Agency in Motion series, today's installment in today's episode centers around follow-up failures. 7 ways where we might be failing in follow-up. Now, some of this data that we talk about, some of this information may seem like almost like Twilight Zone data, because this is actually what's happening and how you can avoid the pitfalls and come out ahead over your competition. So let's get started. First of all, just simply not making the calls. The number one mistake is never making the call. You're getting too busy organizing, searching the CRM, looking for the right script, thinking about what you're going to say. Just make the call. 48% of all salespeople don't make the call. So all you have to do is make the call. And then you're at least in a better position and better off than almost half the people that don't. Next up is not making enough calls. Not enough contacts, no frequency, not enough volume. All of these describe the second most commonly made follow-up failure. Not enough calls. 80% of the sales, remember, are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. The average salesperson doesn't make any calls. These numbers are so ridiculous, but if you think that you're going to be like 1, 2, or maybe even 3 calls and done, you're not going to make it. It's the real world. You're just not making enough phone calls. Next up, there's no consistency or regular schedule to what you do. Your calls need to be on a regular basis. Randomness, one call now, another in a few weeks, maybe in 30 days, 3 months, then another one. It's not going to work. You need both volume and you need frequency. It's kind of like working out. If you're going to work out once a week, different days, every week, skip weeks, who knows, who cares kind of mentality, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for, and that's what ultimately matters. The way that you work out is to work out every single day. You're going to start to feel better about yourself, you're going to create discipline, and it's going to create a different self-esteem. Waiting too long. Waiting too long is a major follow-up mistake. The speed at which you can operate will give you a tremendous amount of leverage in the marketplace. Follow up within the first 60 seconds. That increases conversion by over 300%. Now let's imagine that for a second. Just by doing something fast increases your chances by over 300%. Why would speed be important to your client or consumer? It's because speed is certainty. Speed is security. Speed is I'm the right person for the job. Next up is a lack of a multi-touch system. Lacking variety is a reason that a lot of follow-up failures happen. It's a major follow-up mistake. In transactions, you can't just keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again to get a result. You need a variety, or you're going to get bored and they're going to get bored. You can't be just dependent on one way or avenue. You've got to use call, text, email, social media, all of the available follow-ups. You need to take advantage of those. And then there's no purpose in the follow-up. This is yet another mistake, is no clear purpose for that call, for the follow-up, for the contact, the text, the email. You have to have a reason. If you don't have a reason, they're not going to be able to take the next action step because you're not directing them to that action step. Even if you're going to present to an individual, small group, or an auditorium full of people, it doesn't matter. You always let them know the purpose up front. You frame that conversation. Just be honest about your clear purpose, and you'll always have one. And then finally, just not being organized. This one is pretty self-explanatory. The more organized you are, the more efficient you are, and the more that you get done. Vice versa, the less you're organized, the more time you're going to spend trying to find something you misplaced or you lost, trying to find those notes. Technology is a major asset here, and having a CRM is a great place to start. Agency in Motion, continuing series, building, developing, managing, and organizing agencies as well as small businesses in the 21st century.